Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Monday night, and you know what that means. It's time for the Raw Event Center, and here's the man that could give you the raw report of what happened on Monday nights, Eric M. Lima. Let me talk to you. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima's Shenanigans of 1977. I want to report last night on what happened on Monday Night Raw. As you know, I missed the first hour and a half because I was at a celebration of life of a former co-worker who passed away 3 weeks ago, and it was a great celebration, and a lot of good people. There were a lot of people there that the lives of this young man has touched, and me, along with 6 other representatives of the now defunct Ruby Tuesday Dartmouth, were there on hand to celebrate as well. So it was great reconnecting with those 6 individuals, and I'm really excited about how reconnecting with them and just seeing how everybody got together and was talking and having a good time and celebrating. Even though I know there was some little tears, but it was a beautiful celebration nonetheless. And my former coworker would have loved that, and he wanted everybody to have a good time, and it was a great time. Heck of a drive though to get there, but nonetheless. Let's talk about what happened on Raw last night, shall we? Jey Uso and the Judgment Day, separately, of course, arrived at the arena separately in the afternoon. Cody Rhodes took on Drew McIntyre one-on-one. And during the matchup, though, Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa got involved. Jimmy Uso distracted the referee. Sikoa attacked Cody Rhodes. And Drew McIntyre, who Michael Cole called a hypocrite, and I wouldn't blame him because he's got a point. I mean, he's blamed the bloodline, but now he took advantage of the bloodline situation attacking Cody Rhodes. And I'm sure in the back of Drew's mind, hey, they're not doing it for me, so they got a thing against Cody Rhodes, so he just took advantage of it. So McIntyre ended up winning the matchup, though. Andrade El Idolo talked about his entire family that wrestles, including his wife. That would be the lovely Charlotte Flair. And so he says it's his destiny. If I were Andrade, I would challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental title. This is my personal opinion. He says he has a destiny. He's a former NXT champion. He's a former United States champion. If he really wants to really make it and have his destiny fulfilled, I suggest he challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. And I will address that title situation. So after Rhodes got Samoan spiked, he got checked out. Adam Pearce says, listen, I'm going to find Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. Anything you need, let me know. He says, I'm good. Seth Rollins came in there and just kind of like, patting him on the knee and says, I got you back. So that was that. And then there was an Elimination Chamber qualifier Battle Royal, a last chance Battle Royal. Now, I thought it would be among the losers of the matches, but it seems like everybody was getting involved. Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Raquel Rodriguez, who made her return after a huge injury, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, Zelina Vega, Elektra Lopez, Xia Li, Chelsea Green, Tegan Knox, Natalya, Michin, Valhalla, Maxine Dupree, B-Fab, Cancel Ray, Indy Hartwell, Katana Chance, and Ivy Nile. Now, I don't know what happened to Piper Niven and Kaden Carter in this situation. I don't know if they're hurt or what. But the returning Raquel Rodriguez have won the Battle Royal. She is now the 6th woman. Now, this is the final Raw before Elimination Chamber coming up this Saturday at 5 in the morning. I'll be working by then. And I plan on watching Elimination Chamber when I get home from work that Saturday. However, so it'll be Raquel Rodriguez versus Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi versus Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair and versus Becky Lynch. Heck of a stacked card in that matchup for the Elimination Chamber. Meanwhile, Jey Uso addresses Gunther in the Intercontinental title. He says he's going to win it. and go yeet. I like that. And then Michael Cole interviewed Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax via satellite, and both women a little trash talk. And Rhea Ripley goes, "I'm going to walk out the Intercontinental walk out the Women's World Champion." But Nia Jax says that she'll be coming home. She'll be going home. Nia Jax said that Rhea Ripley will be going home crying to her mommy. Then they had the Truth line, the Judgment Day, narrated by Jackie Redmond, and she interviewed R-Truth during that situation. And so then since the UK WWE's partnership with UFC via the TKO group, so guest UFC lightweight Michael Chandler calls out Conor McGregor, and I'll tell you, I think that's the first time ever this has happened. A UFC fighter calling out another UFC fighter on a WWE programming. So this is a big deal. So it shows the merger between the UFC and WWE with the TKO group. Could we see down the road a Survivor Series warfare? I don't know. I really don't know. Is Paige Van Zandt going to get involved in this? I don't know what the heck is going on around here. It's too crazy. Let me tell you. Anyways, Chad Gable and Ivar cut a promo on their matchup. Then there's the 8-man tag match, DIY, The Miz and R-Truth, a.k.a. The Awesome Truth, went up against all four members of the Judgment Day. That's Mr. Senior Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor, the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, who will defend their title against the New Catch Republic. And that's the team of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate this Saturday. And the remaining two members, J.D. McDonough and Dominic Mysterio. The Judgment Day ended up winning the matchup. Meanwhile, Jackie Redmond interviewed Sami Zayn about... He says, I'm going to put the pause button on Drew McIntyre and probably deal with Shinsuke Nakamura first. So remember, Nakamura and Sami Zayn were formerly known as the Artist Collective alongside Cesaro a couple of years back. Actually, 4 years ago. Then Becky Lynch addresses the Anaheim crowd in the Elimination Chamber matchup, but Liv Morgan interrupts Becky Lynch. Then Raquel Rodriguez, who won that Battle Royal, interrupts both ladies. Naomi took her turn interrupting all three ladies, and then Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy time, and all this good stuff, and Toodles and all that, interrupts all four, and then Bianca Belair interrupts Stratton. I think we're gonna might see a feud between Belair and Stratton. That'll be, so all six women were fighting and brawling until Nia Jax took them all out, and I'm like, oh boy. Rhea, I think he's just woken up a monster inside Nia Jackson. That's not a good thing, man. Anyways, Gunther did address Jey Uso. Now, Gunther right now, this is his 620th day. That means Gunther has broken the record not only for most consecutive days as Intercontinental Champion, but also he broke the record for the most combined days as Intercontinental Champion. So Gunther stands alone, stands on top as the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion officially in WWE history, both combined days and consecutive days. That's a big thing. That's a huge deal. So Gunther says he's going to beat Jey Uso. Shinsuke Nakamura addressed Sami Zayn. It looks like he says, you're going to be the underdog, and I'll make sure you stay that way. Shinsuke and Sami, they're going to have a good feud, probably at WrestleMania. Chad Gable went one-on-one with Ivar. Now, Ivar addressed that fact that he beat every Alpha Academy member, sans Maxine Dupree, obviously, and I'm sure Valhalla taking care of that. But then Chad Gable made Ivar tap out. And the Alpha Academy celebrated with him after the matchup, which was really cool. Kathy Kelly interviewed Drew McIntyre, and he's still wearing that shirt. And in fact, McIntyre's going to lose a lot of money being fined because he keeps wearing that shirt. With him at the grave and doing the peace thing, and had CM Punk's WrestleMania and all that. So McIntyre says he's going to need an Elimination Chamber. He's going to win it. Then the New Day addresses Imperium. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods were addressing Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. and decided to challenge them to a street fight, which that match will happen next week on Monday Night Raw. The main event, the Intercontinental Championship on the line, Gunther defends the gold against Jey Uso. But lo and behold, Jimmy Uso strikes again, ring the bell to interrupt during the matchup, but then distracted Jey Uso, cost him. Gunther retains the title. Right now, Gunther is officially, like I said, longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in both consecutive and combined days. And then Jimmy Uso, after the matchup, attacked Jey Uso. I wouldn't be surprised that this matchup will probably happen at WrestleMania. I think the last time a brother versus brother matchup, I think Matt and Jeff Hardy fought each other. I believe WrestleMania 25, I do believe. That was the last time. There's only 3 brother versus brother matches that happened at WrestleMania. The first one, WrestleMania 10, Bret and Owen Hart. WrestleMania 25, Matt and Jeff Hardy. But now WrestleMania 40, could Jimmy and Jey Uso fight each other one-on-one? That will be a heck of a match because both brothers probably know each other very, very well and what counter holds and all that. That's going to be that'll be an excellent matchup though, nonetheless. But I want to go back to the Intercontinental title situation. Now that Gunther is dispatched of Jey Uso, I suggest that Andrade should challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental title. You get the Lucha Libre style of Andrade and the European strong style of Gunther. I think it would contrast the styles, and I believe it would make an interesting and intriguing Intercontinental Championship matchup. Or could somebody from NXT challenge Gunther? I'd like to see Von Wagner, close to Gunther's size and strength, challenge Gunther. How about Dijak? That's another guy that I would like to see challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental title. Oh, Baron Corbin. If you want to turn Baron Corbin face, have him challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental title. I like to see that matchup, but who knows? Gunther says he's running out of challengers. Time for some new challengers for Gunther. Or could Sheamus make a comeback and say, hey, that's the only title that I've left and win a Grand Slam? I say go for it. So that will be... and I think Becky Lynch is the first Irish-born superstar to achieve a Grand Slam championship. So that's a huge deal. Can Sheamus be the first Irish-born male superstar to do it? Who knows for sure. But, however, we shall see what happens in the Intercontinental title situation. That's going to be a log jam in that one. A lot of people want to contend for it. Andrade, my personal opinion, Andrade should challenge Gunther. So that's all the time we have on the show. Episode 1221 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, the Raw Event Center of February 19th, 2024. And next episode will be Trebek Tuesday. So it'll be a lot of fun. So until that next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.